As a small business owner in our community, I know for a fact that we can all make a difference in our community and in people's lives. My wife Sonia and I own a small party rental company out of Temecula. And on April 10th, 2021, it was a Saturday morning, which is our busiest day of the week. And we had a number of deliveries to do for inflatables, bounce houses, tables and chairs, canopies. We ran out a number of different things. And my first delivery, my first customer of the day had called me, and she said that she was at Home Depot looking for a 3-prong outdoor extension cord. So I thought that was a little bit bizarre because I don't get too many of those calls on a Saturday morning. And when I arrived to her house, which is actually in Morgan Hill, a nice community in Temecula, I could tell that she was disorganized and a little frantic. You could tell that she was very busy. And I introduced myself. I explained that we were here with the bounce house, and she explained, well, I have a 5 and 11-year-old kids that are going to be very happy to see us. So I felt good about that. And she held up the extension cord and she said, I think I got the right cord, but I'm not sure. And she apologized and said, normally my husband helps me with this stuff. And I said, well, where is your husband? Just trying to make conversation. And she replied to me that he'd passed away in December of 2020. I asked her what had happened, and she started to cry a little bit, and she said he was killed in a construction site accident here in Southern California. He was a construction worker. So she started crying a little bit, and I was standing in our van unloading the products at this time, and I apologized to her. I said, ma'am, I am so sorry to hear that. That's got to be incredibly difficult. And I jumped out of the van, and I said, let me give you a hug. And I embraced her, and she embraced me in a nice hug, not a COVID hug. I gave her a real hug because it had broken my heart that this lady was obviously younger than me, and she lost her husband, and she's here with 2 kids trying to give them somewhat of a birthday party. And what really got to me is when I gave her a hug, she just started crying even more. And when we let go, she said, I want to let you know that you're only the second person to hug me since my husband died in December because of COVID. My family doesn't come around, my friends do not come around because they're deathly afraid of COVID. And that's when I started to get emotional, and I said, I am only the second person to give you a hug? And she said yes. And that's the part of the story that really broke my heart, because that's the world that we've been living in. And I realized at that moment that we need more hugs. We need more physical attention. This isn't something that's on Fox News. This isn't something in LA. This isn't something in a foreign country. This is in Morgan Hill on Butterfield Stage Road in Temecula. And you could clearly tell that this lady was hurting and really needed some emotional support since December. And she couldn't get it from her friends, her family, or her community.